If you love architecture, then DamiLee might be one of your favorite YouTube channels. Dami is an architect, entrepreneur, and a popular YouTuber with more than 1.5 million subscribers on her channel. Her story is quite enthralling. In this video, I'll tell you how Dami's love for painting led her to pursue architecture and how she quit her job and later became a YouTuber. She received a couple of scholarships and won numerous awards in the field of architecture. So, now let's start from the beginning. DamiLee was born on August 17, 1992 and hails from South Korea. At 7, she and her family immigrated from South Korea. In 2008, while studying in high school, Dami had no definitive plans about her further education. As she was interested in arts, sciences, and business school, she wanted to pursue them. At the time, painting was her passion, and she used to fill all her free time with it. After the school hours, Dami used to paint in the art room of her high school. Megan, one of her student teachers, noticed her passion for painting and thought that she might be interested in architecture. So, she suggested she apply to an architecture school. At the time, even though she didn't know anything about architecture, she researched it and found it to be interesting. Now, let's take a brief look at her education. In 2010, at 18, Dami wanted to move to a different city and learned that Toronto had a couple of architecture schools, and so she readied her portfolio and moved to Toronto on her own and joined Ryerson University to study for a Bachelor of Architectural Science. In 2013, Dami received the Frank Leva Scholarship. She graduated in 2014, and a year later, she received a full Ryerson Graduate Scholarship and rejoined Ryerson University to study Master of Architecture. Dami graduated in 2017 with a GPA of 3.91 and won numerous awards like Toronto Society of Architects Award, AIA Henry Adams Award, and Small Cabin Design winner. She is also a TD Bank competition winner. Now, let's take a brief look at her career. In 2008, Dami worked as a setter/hostess at Earl's Kitchen Plus Bar in Vancouver. Then, she worked as a sales associate at ALDO Group in Vancouver, followed by working as a graphic designer at Alpha Microsystems Incorporated in British Columbia. From 2013 to 2014, while studying at the university, she worked as a part-time communications officer at the Department of Architectural Science. After graduation, Dami took a year off and worked as a junior designer at Gare Williamson Architects in Vancouver. In 2017, after completing her master's, she got 2 job offers, the first one, a high-paying one from a big firm, and another one from a relatively smaller Misa Architects. But she chose the latter as she was promised good work-life balance and assistance for getting hours. So, Dami started interning at Misa Architects and working overtime as the overtime pay was 1.5 times the usual pay, and this helped her in repaying her student loans. Working here, she got her architecture license within 3 years. Thanks to doing a lot of freelance work, renderings, and architectural drawings, Dami was able to quickly repay the loans. Living at her mother's house for a couple of years also helped her. Now, let's take a look at her interesting YouTube journey. While working at Misa Architects, Dami was moonlighting for an owner of the franchise bakery, and in April 2020, she quit her stable job at Misa Architects. Her plan was to take a break for a yoga retreat in Mexico before resuming her remote work for the franchise bakery. Unfortunately, the COVID-19 foiled all her plans. As the market plummeted, the bakery was hit and its projects got canceled, and thus, the franchise bakery couldn't hire her. Her yoga retreat also got canceled due to COVID. Also, as many firms weren't hiring, Dami remained unemployed. As she had a lot of time on her hands, she spent it on Reddit and YouTube. She was particularly disappointed with Reddit forums. As architects, there were spewing negativity on architecture. Once, a 14-year-old kid was trying to learn about architecture on Reddit, but the Redditor architects were discouraging him to not enter the field by saying that it demands long work hours and disrupts work-life balance. This negativity annoyed Dami, and she felt that the field of architecture also has many positives and felt that architects should try to improve their field rather than discouraging youngsters to enter it. She, being unemployed, started getting anxious and started doing a lot of sketching and designing to find respite. At the time, YouTube recommended Ali Abdul's video. In the video, he explained how he had been earning passive income on YouTube. Dami was inspired by this video and so started her YouTube channel by the name DamiLee on May 16, 2020. She decided to not only earn a living on YouTube by her skill sets and interests of designing, storytelling, and being an architect, but also inspire young architects by providing them with tools, strategies, and processes for a successful career in architecture. The success of some of Dami's videos helped her secure a job as an architect at Cutler in British Columbia in September 2020. She worked here until February 2021. Also, she was self-employed from April 2020 to March 2021. From March 2021 to November 2022, she worked as an architect at Faulkner Browns in Vancouver, and in November 2022, she founded Nala Studio Limited in Vancouver. Dami earns from a variety of sources through her YouTube channel like ads, membership, affiliate marketing, merchandise, and sponsorships. She also accepts donations on Ko-Fi. She films her videos with Sony FX30 and Blackmagic PCC 6K Pro cameras. Dami lives in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. Now that I've finished telling you her story, here are some tidbits about her. Dami loves the architecture of Venice and loves walking around Venice's labyrinth and alleys. Her hobbies are photography, video production, and visiting buildings. She knows English, German, and Korean. So, how are you inspired by DamiLee's success story? Please comment below. If you are into reading, I've also written her story on my website, which I'm linking in this video's description. Finally, if you are interested in more success stories of your favorite YouTubers, subscribing to my YouTube channel would be the best thing to do.